Hello, this is an introduction to SAS programming. My name is Timo Hurme, and I will be your teacher in this course. First of all, we will talk about introduction. There's two parts in this introduction. We will talk generally about SAS and also about SAS user interfaces. First of all, SAS, the letters SAS, they originally came from the words statistical analysis system, and the software was founded for the needs of agricultural research. And this is why we in Luke are we have a long history in using SAS for this joint background. Nowadays, SAS is a software owned and maintained by SAS Institute Incorporated in the US, and they also have an office in Finland that, for example, sells the software and provides consultation services. When we talk about the software itself, this kind of statistical software is typically either point and click or command based, uh, but SAS is directly neither of these. SAS is used by so called SAS statements that are used to give instructions to the software, and several individual SAS statements form a so called SAS program. SAS does also have point and click user interfaces available, such as SAS Enterprise Guide, but that one is also essentially a tool to generate SAS programs. Compared to other actual programming languages, SAS language is much easier to learn. What we do with SAS, mostly everything revolves around data sets. So we do data management, we draw graphs, we do descriptive statistics, and we perform statistical analysis. And usually you get off much easier in SAS when you first transform your data into SAS dataset format. It is possible to use other data formats directly in SAS as well, but that's kind of the main operating procedure that you first create the SAS dataset, and that makes your life much easier. Then when we talk about this course, this material is prepared using technology that comes from SAS 9.4 era or SAS 9 in general. So the examples are prepared using these tools, but you can of course use many of the same programming techniques that you learn here also in SAS via just as well. The examples we cover here, we use SAS Studio as the default user interface, which can be found both in SAS 9.4 but also in the SAS via. Next, we talk a little bit about these SAS user interfaces. First one that we have here is SAS Enterprise Guide. You can see on the background a screenshot of SAS Enterprise Guide. And in SAS Enterprise Guide, the kind of main idea is that you can create these flowcharts, as we see here, where different tasks you perform, they have their icons on the chart, and then this flowchart gives you an overview of the different steps you have in the project. In SAS Enterprise Guide, you can also write and submit SAS code. So you can use both point and click tools that you can find in the menus, but also you can write your own SAS code and combine those two. And SAS Enterprise Guide be installed can be used with locally installed SAS 9.4, but you can also have the SAS on a server, and SAS Enterprise Guide can then utilize that server version of your SAS. Another user interface is this traditional SAS user interface. Favorite child has many names, so you can call it SAS 9.4. You can call it base SAS, or you can call it the SAS windowing environment. So there's many names you might hear for this one. But this one is basically all about programming. Here you can also see that we have a programming window, and then we get the output here. There are some point and click tools also available in this user interface, but they might be, at least some of them, a little outdated. So mostly people use this for programming, and so that they can install the whole setup on their own computer. But this one is the one we will be covering in this course. So this is the SAS Studio. This is one of the modern SAS user interfaces, and it runs completely on a browser. So basically, you need a SAS server that you can access, and when you have that access set up, it is easy to just open your browser from a specific address, and then make a connection to the SAS server, and then you can just write and run your code in the browser window. And we will go into this one in more detail in the next section. And then last user interface we talk here is a sort of a smaller detail, you could say. So this is the possibility that we can also utilize these SAS tools from Office tools. Maybe Excel being the most important one. So we can install the add-in for Microsoft Office, and that makes it so that we will have a SAS menu within our Excel, and we can find basically the same tools as you can in the SAS Enterprise Guide. You can find the same tools then in your Excel. And if you really like to work in Excel with your data, then this is an excellent possibility to get the powerful SAS tools available for yourself in Excel. Yes.